Do you mind? Thank you. So this is my computer. And recently, and by recently I mean sometime in December, there's a cat on the other side of the door who keeps trying to scratch to get in. But I don't want to let her in because I don't want my door open while I'm working on my computer. Anyway, so shortly after I installed that, Jordan sent me this, and I never got it. So I'm going to do it. Give me a minute, and I'll have this open, because it's already half open, because it got bent in the mail. Anyway, I'm installing this today. Again. Reinstalling Windows again. Well, it's done, and I've started installing programs again. But I still have a ways to go. I have a checklist on my phone of stuff, and just like certain things are quick and easy, like Steam and the Adobe Creative Cloud, and Discord, and like. But there are other things like the obscure drivers that I have to manually install for one of my capture cards. That's gonna be a while because I don't use it as often. I use the XR1 a lot more than this other one, but this other one I do need for like older stuff mostly at this point, because it can take a wide array of different signal types. So like it can take the composite or component. It can take VGA. It can take HDMI. So if I ever need to have two HDMI things running at the same time, I can do that. But it takes a lot. Not a lot, but it's not plug and play like most capture cards. But then I also have to do the eye tracker, the Logitech stuff still, because my stuff is not lighting up, because I don't have it installed, and then just there's a bit to do still. So I'm gonna keep working on that. Well, eventually I got everything back together, and for some reason never put back on the camera to be like, hey, I did the thing, and now it's been a bit, and it's not never like concluded the day, but I got Windows reinstalled again, and everything that I need is working again, and time has moved on, so kinda it is good now. I did the thing, and now I have here, I'll show you. So I have the C drive, which is the SSD I just installed, the D drive, which is a 1 terabyte that I've been using for video storage in the past. Now it's just the other assets, which like thumbnails and the infographics for Pokemon and stuff like that. Vinny G drive is the flash drive that I showed you around Christmas. My games drive is a 2 terabyte, and then that 8 terabyte that Patrick gave me has become the mass video storage, which is where I've been putting all of the raw footage, and to a lesser extent the edited stuff, but it doesn't go directly in there. What I usually do is I export into the C drive, and then take it from the C drive and put it into the mass storage afterwards, because it'll work just a little bit better with the SSD being the target drive, and generally faster if you're not reading and writing to the same drive. So I won't be reading the video files and exporting a video file to the same thing. So it works out for the most part. So yeah, that's good. I have a workflow thing, kind of. So normally the vlog tends to stay mostly contained to my room and multiple locales around the room, occasionally out around the house when there's something about the house that I want to talk about. Today's one of those days. This entertainment center was originally downstairs, and we brought it up because of what we're doing downstairs. I don't know if I've spoken about that yet. But we decided to bring the entertainment center up here, because it just makes more sense to have it up here in the living room when downstairs is going to not be a common space anymore. What was the family room downstairs, we're tearing up the floor, tearing down the bar, and it's going to become a bedroom. One of the bedrooms we already have is going to become the guest room / an office. But ultimately, that big area down there is going to become the new master bedroom for Mom and Joe. So part of that was bringing this entertainment center up here because they'll have a TV stand. They'll still have a TV in the room. Mom can't sleep without some level of background noise, which she could technically use a white noise machine, but that's besides the point. So they didn't need this entertainment center, so we brought it up here to the living room, and it looks nice. It'll look nicer once the living room as a whole is clean. We're still in the process of cleaning up everything that we brought up from down there, but all in all, it does look pretty nice. And that TV, I forget the size of it. It's either 50 or 55, but it fits perfectly with the way we have that shelf. And I don't know, it just came out pretty good. One other thing I want to draw specific attention to, if I don't fall on my face, is down here. We had a different entertainment center in here before, and on that we had the ashes of Sam, of Carly, and we're gonna put Java. I don't know where his thing is, but we're gonna put him here as well. Keep all of them together, as honestly, they spend most of their lives together. It only makes sense to keep their memorials together. I am still obviously missing them, but not much you could do there. They were around for a long time. So it was, again, as I've said, probably ad nauseum by now. Very, very upsetting to see them pass. But if it means keeping them together, giving them a dedicated shelf is worth it, in my opinion. This looks very familiar. So, let me sit here for a second and actually properly detail my YouTube plan. So, I mentioned at some point that I want to upload to plays more, I want to upload to vlogs more, I want to upload to the VOD channel more. Basically, I'm not great at juggling multiple channels at once. I will be brutally honest about that. I'm bad at it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work through the vlogs as best I can. I'm going to start releasing the streams to the VOD channel before the highlights come out. Because in the past I was not releasing them until I started with highlighting them. I am going to do away with that and just release them relatively soon after they happen. I do have to wait a minimum of 24 hours to be adhering to the Twitch policy on that. But as long as at least 24 hours happens between the stream and the VOD channel release, I should be fine. For now, I'm going to work through certain more recent series that are going to be a little bit bigger, like Pokemon, maybe then Metroid, but we'll see. I'll probably do some polls on either Plays or the VOD channel, I'm not sure which. Probably Plays, because Plays gets the most views. But the big thing is, once I start doing that and get that rolling, I'm going to work heavily on vlogs, because I want to get the vlog caught up. I have some stuff happening in April. I want the vlog caught up for that. That is, like, my deadline. Like, obviously, the goal for 2023, like I said back when I talked about my goals, was I want it caught up at some point in the year. now I have a very specific deadline that's coming fairly soon. So I'm going to start working a bit harder on getting that going. And for now, I'm going to start with the VODs. Once that's rolling, get the vlogs caught up. Once the vlogs are caught up, I'll go back to the VODs, and then, once all that is done, then I will start working on plays again. And maybe I'll pop in a few clips here and there to plays just to get something out on there. But basically, that's my plan. I want the vlog caught up. That is a big thing for me. So I have to hunker down and start getting things moving. The sooner the better. Unfortunately, we have some stuff going on which is going to make that difficult. The house renovations, which I just talked about the other day, yeah. That might make it difficult. But we'll see how that goes. For now, starting to sit down and work. On top of streaming. Oh, this is gonna be rough. So, I was streaming tonight, right? And in the middle of Torna, Jordan shoots a message into chat. It's like, can you change the color? And so I changed the color, and it came out pretty good. So I think what I'm gonna do here in the future is just recolor the background and the borders to fit whatever game I'm playing, instead of just have the static color thing. You know, like I'll see how it looks, and I'll try to make that work. For Xenoblade, I had already had the blue border at some point, but now I'm gonna also have the blue background, which honestly looks really good. I may get more use out of it depending on what games I play, but I definitely like the look that it has for Xenoblade 2 and Torna and such. But that was just a spur of the moment. Oh, that's a neat idea. Let's see what I could do with that, and it worked out pretty well. So I'm happy. And I'm going to take these good vibes and wish you a good one. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you had yourself a damn good one, and I'll see you next week.